Probably gonna eat breakfast after this and then see how I feel. Cause I make videos when I feel like it.
Now this right here is not a preview of what the album gonna bring you or nothing like that.
Yo, what's good, boys and girls? It's Jones and TV coming at y'all with a new video. I never get the mic set up right the first time. Today is gonna be a quick review on. Oh wait, let me take this off first. Today is gonna be a quick review on a shoe I picked up last Saturday. It's been a minute. I probably should have did this video a minute ago, but I had a pretty busy work week, so I couldn't really get around to it. Sorry if I see like sleep in my eye, which I feel, so I know I can. Y'all can probably see it if I can feel it. I ain't wipe my. All I did was brush my teeth this morning, and I'm straight to drinking coffee. Do y'all leave in the comments for the coffee drinkers only? Cause tea's kind of bad, but okay, tea and coffee drinkers. Like if you're a morning, cause it's Saturday, like I have no work, but I just love drinking coffee early in the morning. Like it's something I really like to do. Like it's super peaceful and like helps me get the day started. Obviously the caffeine helps, but also just like the warmth of it. So y'all might see me take a few swigs in the middle of the video. Don't judge me. But how many of y'all like brush your teeth after your morning coffee? Because I feel like most times, like most people, the first thing you do, and like I did this since I was growing up, like the first thing I do when I get out of bed is like obviously get my phone. When I was younger, I used to make my bed. I don't do that anymore now. I'm like out the house. I don't really make the bed every morning anymore. But I used to make my bed, then go straight to the bathroom, brush my teeth, wash my face, do everything I needed to do. And then I would go downstairs, eat breakfast, and basically everything like that. But I remember speaking to a lot of people, like after I left the house, they thought it was weird that I would brush my teeth before eating, which I can see because like it's kind of counterintuitive. But because even a lot of people will take their toothbrush to work and stuff, I realize, and like they'll brush their teeth after lunch and stuff. So a lot of people like really can't, I guess, sit around with food in their mouth all day. Like it's like I think it's just the way you were raised type thing. But I brush my teeth in the morning and at night, and most times like at night it'll be after I'm done eating stuff. But I'm going too far into everything. But just comment down below if you're a coffee or tea drinker. Do you brush your teeth after or before you drink coffee? I brush mine before and then I end up drinking coffee, and it's like, but the doctor said you should like, which my water is in the kitchen, but you should always have some water so that once you drink your coffee, especially if you're a swigger, like you like to swish it around, which is not good for your teeth. I try not to. Sometimes it's just a habit. It's best to just like drink it all the way down, like without trying to touch your teeth. Really like a straw is the best way. Like people like force feed it down their throat type shit. But yeah, you're supposed to like have water and then like swish the water around after you're done with the coffee, so, or after each sip of your coffee, so it doesn't stain your teeth. It's kind of too late for me now. Like you can see like my teeth are not the whitest as they should be, but one day I might get them whitened. We'll see. I don't know. Okay. So like I said, this shoe came out last Saturday. It is a New Balance. It is a 327. There was a few drops last week, so I mean, I can still be in a little surprise mode right now because there were so many that dropped last week. You don't really technically know which one this is. I did do an undyed one last. I don't know when I uploaded it, but I uploaded that video, so you know it's not that one. And I told y'all I had something coming, and I actually have another shoe that I still need to review too. I might do that today. It depends. Probably gonna eat breakfast after this and then see how I feel. Cause I make videos when I feel like it. So I'll just show y'all the box first. MS327CLB. And CLB usually stands for cobalt. That's the color blue that they use on here. Men's size 8. To me, this fits pretty good. I would probably for me, this is good because I like to wear. I'm a 2-sock wearer for some reason. Like again, is the way I was raised, but my parents would buy my shoes a little bit too big on purpose, which is smart. I think if you're any parent, don't buy your shoes, kids' shoes, the same size as their foot. If you want to save some money, but I guess there is some benefits to it, like ergonomically, like probably better for their walking gait and stuff like that because they have shoes that fit them. That's probably why I walk weird now, but still, I was able to keep shoes longer, which I don't regret because it's nothing worse than buying a shoe and then growing out of it in like 2 months. Like, that's got to be the most frustrating, especially in our family because we wear a shoe. Like, I wear a shoe maybe once every 3 months with how many shoes we had growing up. So, my dad's a sneakerhead. If y'all don't know, my dad's more of a sneakerhead than I am really when it comes to buying shoes and rotating shoes. Like, I can go 5 shoes, rotate them in and out for 6 months and like be fine with it. Like my 990 V4s, I wear those all the time, like no hesitation. But my dad, like he can't wear the same shoe twice in like more than 3 months. Like he has once, like he has a rotation where like there's a like super organized, where there's a shoe that's available now, or like the shoe that's at the front of the list now in his closet. And then like once he wears that shoe for the weekend, he'll wear it maybe 2 days in a row. But once he was done with that shoe for the weekend, he puts it in the back of his rotation, and then that's got to wait until all the shoes go again. So that now is the more shoes he gets, that shoe might not come back around. It's for like 2 years, and then he'll bring it back out, and that might be an OG 13, it might be an OG 12. So, because my dad still has his originals, and they're starting to delam a little bit, but he takes such good care of them that most of them are in great condition, great wearable condition. So, but like I said, for me, I might wear a shoe. I might forget about a shoe, not wear it for a couple years, and be like, oh, I forgot I had this shoe, and then just keep wearing the same 6, 7 pairs of shoes. So for me, it's almost like I don't. People like him, like it makes sense for him to have as many shoes as he does. I feel like people like me don't really need as many shoes as I do. I have them because I like them, but he actually gets the most use out of having a lot of shoes, which a lot of people I feel like don't. A lot of us have like a go-to 4 or 5 rotation, 5-man rotation that we just sub in and out. Like I said, these are size 8, and if you don't know already, this is the yellow. I'm keeping it far away from my coffee because I wore these already. I couldn't help myself. Like the day they came in, swapped out the laces too. So this is the lace that they came with right here, the blue laces. And the blue's just a shade bit off, but for these old school runners, I think it's fire when all the shades are different. Like my favorite part about this is that this is like a normal cobalt, and then this is a faded cobalt. So like that in itself is like dope to me because it looks vintage, it looks worn. Same with the in logo on the side, like the fact that these yellows don't match. I love that. But the main reason why I want it, sorry if it's kind of loud, I have my window open because it's kind of cold today in Boston. It's like 69, 70, and it's been like 1,000 degrees every day, so it's not that hot today. But this shoe, if y'all don't know, I'll see if I can find like the promo video and link it in the bio. But this shoe is inspired, the 327 itself is inspired by the 320, which is like our super comp, or there's a super comp shoe that was not designed by Stephen Smith. That was one of the shoes that got Stephen Smith to come to New Balance because he was in love with the super comp. And there's a bunch of different colors, like the flame orange one that he said like makes your foot look like it's on fire. So that's the one where like that has the red toe, and then it like goes all the way to yellow in the back, and it's just split in 3 panels. That was revolutionary at the time. Like there was no colorful running shoes like that. Like that was pretty crazy. So this is inspired by the 320 and shoes like the super comp. I'll see if I can like drop a picture of the 320 and super comp in right now so y'all can see what I'm talking about. But that's what this shoe is inspired by. This shoe is designed by a designer named Charlotte Lee. And I'll put her Instagram in the bio. She works for New Balance. She works at the UK headquarters, and she killed this shoe, man. It's like, obviously, I think a lot of people have it as their silhouette of the year. I know I do, like non-biased, any company. To me, like probably the closest thing to me is like those ISPAs, like those super wild ones. I can't remember the name of them now, but the split toe joints, like shit like that is the only thing that like impresses me. Like for you got to go like over the edge for me because I'm a designer, so I see design all the time, and so I gotta like really be like, oh man, that's dope. Like, and to me, this is so dope because of the simplicity. Like, I describe this as like the J. Cole of shoes, because like J. Cole is a master at making simple rhymes deep. If that makes any sense, like his word choice and stuff like that might not be like super varied and stuff. He's not using Ti type word choice when Ti talks. Ti raps different, but you know what I mean, like big words and stuff to try to make himself sound smart. He uses simple words that we use every day, but the way he formulates it and the way he puts emotion into it, it it makes it super powerful and deep. He doesn't rap fast. He doesn't. It's just normal everyday words, but just the things that he says are so impactful that it makes it super deep. And he's super simple in terms of how he delivers it. So that's what I think that this is. It's a simple design, but it's just perfect in terms of how it represents heritage. It does just enough to be like, you know, not loud, but like, I don't know, different but cool. Like it captures that old school aesthetic, and now I'm like seeing a bunch of companies have similar type runners. People want to call these the Sakai knockoffs, but they're not really. Like to me, I guess people like are so simple. People are so simple. Like you understand, people. Not everyone's a designer, so everyone's not gonna look at shoes the same. Most people are gonna look at stuff on the surface level, and that's what anything like creative wise. People that actually do it are gonna look deeper. So when it comes to basketball, stuff like that, like if you're not a serious basketball player, you're gonna look at certain stuff on the surface level, like Kobe, for example, rest in peace. But when he was alive, oh, Kobe's a ball hawk. But you look at the things around him, and you understand why he shot the way he did. His coach, who directed him to do certain things that he did. LeBron James. LeBron James not clutch. LeBron James never takes the game-winning shot, and I used to be one of those people that used to talk like that just to be trolling people. But he makes the right decision. So it's like there's all these things that are layered on top of it that is the reason why things are the way they are. So a lot of people think that these look like the Sakai because of the waffle outsole. But if you knew, like design at that time with runners, every shoe was a waffle outsole. This is how they printed rubber. Like was with those molds where they put the rubber into these like waffle like plates, and that's what Nike did. Kind of not start, but a lot of runners were doing that at the time, to where you put the rubber in and then it would come out with this flat type of bottom, and then you would just glue that as your outsole, and that's how most runners were made. So a lot of these older style runners are gonna have this sort of tooling on it. So you can't really, say something is the same as something else just because of one element. And to me, whenever I see a Sakai knockoff, to me, the biggest thing is that midsole like split. So like if you have the midsole like that upper is the top piece of the midsole is hanging over the bottom piece, and like this is coming in more. You know what I'm talking about? Like the Sakai. That to me is when you have a knockoff, personally. Or if you're double stacking material, if you're putting double tongues, like that type of stuff is like where it's a direct knockoff. To me, this is just a evolution. That's the word. An evolution of New Balance's history with the 320 Super Comp and things like that. This is just a modern lifestyle version of it. Like it's not performance. I mean, if you want to run in these, have at it. I really wouldn't, because it's not really made for that. It has a heel counter. It has heel support. All of New Balance's shoes technically are running, like you can run in them, but I would like prefer you to run in some, V990 V5s, some 1080s, some actual running shoes. Like these are more for lifestyle. So that's kind of the theme behind these. You can see on the inside, all white inside with the baby blue with the cobalt NB. Tongue is white as well with the cobalt NB, and then white binding on both sides. So again, man, and then like I said, I replaced the laces with white, just to, I don't know. I think it gives it more of a little bit of an old school aesthetic. So I'm kind of hoping it ages well. I'm kind of hoping this tongue yellows a little bit. Like that's the type of stuff I look forward to though when buying white shoes. Like I'm hoping with that look like this, like I want them to yellow a little bit. Like I'm excited to go back home and see my metallic fours, the Pure Moneys, just to see if they've yellowed in the mesh and stuff. Like that stuff is. And then my I call them my ASAP fours, my ASAP Rocky fours, but the White Cement fours, I know my mesh is yellowed on those, and I'm super happy about it. Like I can't wait to rock those again, because just yellowed mesh on shoes that look like retro shoes are just fire. And yellowed outsoles, like I love yellowing now. I used to hate it growing up, but now I love it. So excited for that about these. Let me show you the other one. So like I said, super simple shoe, man. And like I said, I wore them already. This sole's gonna last you a minute, so have at it. I'm gonna wear the hell out of these. Like I'm gonna wear these all the time. I feel like they go with a lot too. Like I feel like this is a colorway that, even though it doesn't look like obviously it's blue and yellow, I feel like you can do a lot with this colorway because it looks so retro and vintage. Like it's something that you can play up. So I'm excited to wear these a lot. Like I said, they fit great. I would go down to half size if you want to. One thing I did notice about the 327 is the left side in logo on the actually it might be the stitched on in logos too, but I was gonna say on the sublimated graphic shoes is a little bit bigger on the left shoe than it is the right shoe. You can see like it's a little bit thicker, and that's because of the orientation of the in logo. Like that's something that you have to deal with when it comes to that. So something that's kind of like strange I didn't notice until I got this pair, but again, that's something that is just happens with the orient when you slant it backwards and versus when you slant it this way. It's just like a trick with the eye. So kind of dope, but kind of weird at the same time. But it doesn't bother me. So yeah, man, that's basically it. Like I said, so stay tuned for the On Foot and like the vid if you haven't already. Subscribe if you haven't already. And let me know about the coffee thing. I'm serious about that. Like, I really want to know. I'm about to warm mine up again because it's getting cold. So, all right, man. That's it. Peace.
Bitch twist up A8, I am zap zap. I still got a weed, man, oh you know we match. I said I quit fucking your hoe, I'm about to relapse. 20 bitches in the back, that's where we at. Sleepy off the brown in my dungeon and I'm crying while I cut. She got a motherfucking onion and I'm always on my toes like a motherfucking bunion, baby. Weaving through these hoes, be too hard, I got bundles. I let my bitch wet and wavy, freaky, long ass tongue like cakey, tweaky. Said she do it better on her knees, call her Nene. Internet bitch, she a bird, she tweety. I had to see it for myself, be ashamed. Hit the little John, got left chain, in my brain. Strawberry, but ain't no shortcake. I don't know when I be better, be go check the tour dates. Bitch twist up A8, I am zap zap. What the blunt says, 7-Eleven crap. She says she wanna kick it with me, I'ma punt that. Coochie juicy, I attack her wine, punch that. Little bitch, roll the fuck up. Yeah, put on shit, roll the fuck up.
The fuck you thought this shit
little
about to
bitch, roll the fuck up. You ain't put on shit, roll the fuck up. Ayy,
think shit just gonna be sweet, huh?
for real though. Sick and tired of these motherfuckers coming around me trying to smoke all my good shit up, man. Smoke yours, nigga. Feel me? Straight up. Shit, nigga, anyway, niggas need to be smoking their own shit anyway. Don't pass me shit and don't ask me shit, you dig?
Hey yo, what's cracking? It's your boy Buddy giving a shout out to Smino Grigio in this motherfucker.
Shit, what it's like? 3 o'clock, Sunday morning. Eat high, y'all.
I don't compete with no local niggas, I did it already. I don't pay for no promotion, nigga, I did it already. Oh, that's your new hoe, brody, I did that already. Shit, that pussy redder than the ocean, I know I swim that already. Never going back, bro, I did it already. I feel around by this whole building, get that shit in my dick. I walk around like I'm a whole legend, cause I am that already. My homie knew 10 girls trying to make a movie where the cam at already. My daddy told me judge a man by how he stand, how he step and shit. And it's crazy, man, so my nephews understand that already. Hey, bro, pat the weed back, damn, man, already, man. Give me the weed back, nigga, you been holding it in your hand for a second. I keep my circle real closely, like we was praying for a second. Shit, we ain't platinum first time on the date, nigga, I'm praying for a second, man. I done fuck around for the shit out of she damn, give me second. Woke up, cleaned up all the beer bottles, and cook me breakfast. That's the type of shit that I do. Fuck what my nigga told you. Big shot, nigga, I'm a big shot. Big shot, nigga, I'm a big shot.